overseas package offered, the percentage of students placed, the mean and the median offers, we compare favorably with the top institutions in the country. Almost 10% of the graduating BTech batch got fellowships for higher studies in top institutions across the world. Very, very fine record by all metrics that you can use. Overall, we've had a very good year, and we are well on our path of becoming a globally respected institute, which is a stated mission and vision for us. Though many challenges remain, we are confident of addressing them in the coming years by support of students like you. We continue getting very strong support from students like you. Faculty, what we already have, we hope to get more, continue getting strong support from faculty. Administration colleagues, some of them are sitting here. Excellent support from administration. Board, Mr. Karnik is here and one board member here. We continue getting very strong support and other well-wishers. So I hope you will see more and more laurels, more and more things that we will do. I would now like to spend a few minutes talking with you, our dear graduates who we are truly proud of. One can't not use this opportunity to share some thoughts with you. Developing graduates, fine graduates like you is one of the fundamental reasons of existence of institutes like ours. Our faculty spend a considerable time of their effort in trying to impart good education. We collectively spend a lot of mind share in trying to ensure that you have a comfortable life administratively as well as an academically challenging environment where you can learn and grow. But you're now entering a professional world. It's far more unforgiving and demanding than I believe you experienced while you were here. So let me share with you some thoughts on opportunities and challenges ahead of you and what you may do to tap the opportunities and face the challenges that you'll see. Given the pace of change in today's world, many of you will actually end up having multiple careers in your life. You may start as an engineer, as many of you are starting. After a few years, might feel the need to go deeper and explore the unexplored and take up PhD and a research career. During your research, you may realize that you have some wonderful ideas that can create value and may take an entrepreneurship path. In fact, many of our faculty have already traveled, even of our generation have traveled this path. We have a faculty member who spent a number of years as an engineer, went to PhD and started and is an academic now. We have another colleague who's graduated engineer, entrepreneur, PhD and a faculty now. We have another one we have at least two who are doing their entrepreneurship activities while we're going. So it's likely that your life will be a series of careers, not like what my parents' generation had, one career. Even in the professional career where you have a job, the nature of job will change. And if you want exciting jobs which will pay you handsomely, which all of you do, you will have to generate value. And the skills and capabilities that are valuable today may not be valuable in the world tomorrow. So while your mastery today in whatever you have, whatever skills you have given you the opportunities today, have opened doors for you, you may need mastery in another area to remain continually valuable to the organization you belong to. This is what is called in serial mastery in the book, The Shift, which talks about how the professions are changing or how they are likely to change. So all this possibility of changes of jobs and careers makes for a very, very exciting future for you, but one which is full of uncertainty. I believe a key question you must reflect upon is how to succeed in this scenario. It should be clear that your chances to succeed in this changing world will depend on your ability to redefine yourself periodically. So just like you are ready for the first job from the definition you got by the education we provided, you are ready or better prepared for the next job by the redefinition you will give yourself. And this will require ability to learn and grow. That's the only way to redefine yourself. In fact, that's the way you define yourself. That's the only way to redefine also. You build more skills, you build new capabilities, new knowledge base. You refine your meta skills based on experience, and then you are ready for your next job or the next challenge that you have. I hope in our education, we have provided you not just your skills for the first job, but also prepared you for the meta skills needed to learn from your first N jobs for the N plus first job. The ability to leverage from the N jobs for your N plus first requires actually a mindset of not just merely doing a job for earning, but treating each job as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to refine your skills, and to redefine yourself. It requires initiative and drive. By initiative, I mean going beyond what your job requires, do the things that are not asked of you, etc. It is initiative that will allow you to explore, find new areas, new avenues that you didn't know about, and it will help you in tapping those opportunities that exist. I often sometimes simplistically view the world in my mind as people, those people with initiative and those who don't. And I am a strong believer that it is people who, with initiative, who come out ahead in life. It is these people I would trust with work. It is these people I would trust, I would put my bet on. Now, initiatives come naturally if you are engaged deeply in whatever you do and enjoy it. If you have passion, which is demonstrated by a relentless pursuit for growth in the area in which you claim to have passion about, and not just mere declaration or statements, then pursue your passion with great gusto. You're lucky. But for most of you, I suspect, there may not be any passion today. Then for your own good, do not wait for some dream to come, for God's message to come, some vision to clarify your passion for you. Start working with full engagement and interest in whatever journey you've undertaken. In your long journey, you will travel many roads. Just travel every one with full engagement, commitment, and enthusiasm. This is not only important for your growth and learning, it may actually lead you to find the passion that you may be looking for. So this is my first message or advice. Do whatever you're doing with engagement, enthusiasm, commitment, initiative, and drive, and enjoy it. This brings me to the second point I would like to submit to you, and I have only 2 points. It is a fundamental law that change requires effort. In the physical world, we know all the physical laws about it, as well as in the mental and personal world. Many people take pride in following the least effort approach to life. You must realize that you cannot learn or grow with this approach. All learning and growth takes effort, make no mistake about it. Even the genius does not succeed without effort. Some of you may have read interviews by the Field Prize winner Manjul Bhargav. Talent is needed, he says, but is no substitute for hard work. So when it comes to learning, growth, and mastery, it is only trekking the steep slope that will take you higher. A easy stroll on a flat path is not going to take you higher. And if you follow my first suggestion that I mentioned, you may not find hard work as hard at all. In fact, you may not find it as work at all. So no doubt there are factors like luck, chance, meetings, etc. that influence the outcomes. Nobody can deny that. But I'm a strong believer of the quotes, luck favors the prepared mind. Or the one by Jefferson, I'm a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. There's no doubt factors that you have no control over will influence what you end up doing. And it is very easy to blame your luck, the system, your boss, politics, India, etc., for what you cannot achieve. It's very easy to do that. It's much harder to take responsibility. I think the smarter way to live your life is not to ignore these factors, be cognizant of them, recognize all the factors that influence them, but focus on one factor, on the factor that you have full control over and which is undoubtedly the largest determinant of the outcomes you will generate. You and your effort. That's what you need to focus on, because that's the only thing you have control over. So, dear alumni, your exciting journey has already begun. I'm sure many of you are already working. In this journey, never forget that IIIT-Delhi contributed significantly and contribute back to the institute, to your alma mater, as and when possible. I believe that every alumnus should contribute at least 1% of his or her annual income back to the institute. And to be with you in this act of saying thank you to the institute, I remain committed to contributing 1 month of my salary every year to the institute, as I announced in my first convocation. I continue to do so, and I hope I may even increase it in years to come, and I hope you will join me in giving back to our institute regularly. I'm happy to announce launching of our alumni website, where we will soon have other information about how you can contribute back. So, dear graduates, take the road less traveled, take the harder road. Enjoy the journey and make the journey count to yourself, to your family and friends, to the society, and to the institute. You have an exciting future ahead of you. Go ahead and make the most of it. But remember your alma mater every time you reach a new height. Remember that we had something to contribute to you reaching that height. My best wishes to you for the fine future I hope lies ahead of all of you. Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, sir, I request you to deliver your address and introduce the chief guest. Is on?
Okay. Chief guest, Mr. Munjal, our director, Professor Jalote, members of the Governing Council, General Council, members of the Board of Governors, Senate, faculty, administration, students, graduating students, parents, invited guests, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here at our third convocation. We continue to say we are a young institute. I guess as far as institutions go,